Sure.
And we're live, probably? Question mark?
It says we're
Hello.
live.
Ah, damn it. You're as bad as Kurt. Hello, and welcome to the Legends of Tabletop podcast. We are surprisingly, maybe, all here, mostly on time. We'll give you a recap for our first session of the Bog of some words that I can't pronounce. We were brought in by a military guy. He was a special detachment of engineers. He's got about 100 guys working for him, and they were going to go and drain said swamp. Or a bog. I'm sorry, it's a bog. I keep saying swamp. It's a bog.
I have it phonetically as Cysgodian.
There you go. We'll cut and paste that each time it needs to come up.
We'll just say the bog.
The bog. The bog has it's an odd place with a dark reputation. It's surrounded by farmland. There are animals. There's things, like it's a living place. The engineer sent in a group to begin to do some cartography to get the boundaries of the bog. One guy definitely is dead, presumably. Other guys went missing. The population here is relatively new. The original inhabitants were killed during the war. They were loyal to the druids. There's some speculation that the druids sacrifice themselves or maybe perform some sort of a ritual, and their souls inhabit the bog here. In our conversation with him, he was very nervous. They promised us a year's salary, but he wasn't sure that we would be alive to collect it. But he had heard that we were experts in this sort of thing. So yay team, let's go do the thing. So we went to the camp. We talked to one of the soldiers that was there. There was speculation. The locals talk about a creature that's there called I don't see it now. Water or something or another. It's fine. There's a frog with wings that will kill you. I don't know. That sounds kind of weird. We spoke to a couple of other locals, shop owners, hedge witch. We found out there was giants in the hills, that there was a path leading into, perhaps through the bog, and that might not have been a bog previously. There was an old druid stone on the path near where the guy was killed, presumably. And I think that's it. Oh, probably really important, and I don't remember what it was about. But the huntsman gave Doreena a wooden carved statue of a coiled snake with ram's horns. I don't remember if that was a talisman, a charm, some sort of protection, but we do have that on our side, so we're probably fine. Take it away.
We do have that going for us, which is nice.
Then we have like a first aid kit from the hedge witch. It gives us advantages, bonus dice on first aid rolls. It's like a local healing kit kind of thing.
Okay. So you were debating which two paths to take. Whether you wanted to follow up the rumor of the giants on the mountain overlooking the bog, or head into the bog, because you kind of have heard the stories that there's apparently some kind of a rise in the middle of the swamp. That's probably the source of this.
Well, when I
also, to remind everyone, the reason the bog is so weird is they've actually circled it, and they can't find the source of the bog. So there's no river, there's no stream leading into it.
And it's grown in size,
yes.
Although it seems to have stopped growing about 30 years ago, according to Torn. So then, Macrion just says, when I spoke with Torn, she did indicate that there were, the giants, and of course we purchased the mead and all, but I neglected to ask if anyone in the village had any dealings with the giants, if the giants had, perhaps attacked the village previously. I mean, all these inhabitants here are relatively new, as opposed to the druids that lived here before. So I'm not sure, as Herminius pointed out, if the bog is indeed covered or shrouded, should we say, with some miasma or fog. We could determine, I suppose, the length and breadth of the bog, but we won't be able to do any map making, as it were. So I don't know if it behooves us to actually attempt to speak with the giants, although if they are amenable to conversation, they may have information about the bog or the area, perhaps. If they are long-lived, we obviously do not know.
Yes, they may be able to give us some information as to the history of the bog and perhaps some of the inhabitants within. However, are we willing to give such a risk for such potentially little information?
Well, that is the question, is it not?
As much as I may think that it would benefit us to go see the giants, I don't think the risk outweighs the amount of information we would get. So I agree with Herminius on this one. While it was a good idea at the time, really just thinking about it, it's probably best that we just stay focused on the bog.
Indeed. Malachi, do you have anything you wish to add?
My only job is just to try to make sure you all don't die immediately upon choosing one of these paths.
Yes, of course, and we appreciate.
I think perhaps the one that is most evocative of your position would be us not being smashed to death by giants.
I do like the idea of the giants being appeased by great copious quantities of liquor, but I will leave it to the smarter intellects of the crew to choose which of these paths is more sensible, and just hope we all make it out alive either way.
Well, think of it this way, Malachi: the less that the giants drink, the more there is for us when we return from our adventure.
And who's
so long as we return?
Like the drinks?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So long as we return.
Doreena, you were going to say something.
Oh, I was just going to say, who's to say they will even like it? That's all.
Giants that I know have been always happy with the elixirs made by man. I think they prefer their own as they have them, but I just don't know if the amount of 300 gallons is even enough for such a giant as described.
I suppose it depends on how many of them there are.
So, I mean, I guess win-win either way. So either we give up 300 gallons of elixir, hope that it appeases the giants and they help us, and we succeed, or that doesn't happen and we have 300 gallons of booze to drink.
And we throw a party.
And we throw a party somewhere far away from here.
Yes. I like that very much. Away from the scary bog.
I think we would be, our time would be better served if we were to scout out the edge of the bog, especially where the happenings happened, and proceed from there, potentially making our way in wherever we feel the most safest.
Doreena, do you believe that you would, do you know what language the druids spoke? Is it Brythonic?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Would you be able to perhaps, if we can find the stone, read the inscription?
I can most certainly try. I'm it's not my strongest suit, but I can most certainly try.
Okay, I believe then we should follow Herminius' path. Herminius' path.
Okay.
And begin with the stone. And we are aware that there are potentially creatures that we should be on the lookout for. Depending on what the stone says, it may push us in one direction or another. But as Torin said, that the problem most likely is in the center.
Okay. Who is trying to navigate into the center of the bog? I need somebody to roll a navigation check.
Well, we're not going to the center yet, right? We're going to try to find that path and go to the stone where the guy died, which should be right on the edge, right?
Oh, you're gonna go to where the guy was killed. Okay.
Yeah. And see if we can find the stone, see what it says, and
I
then
think I don't think, did it say that he was killed by a stone?
the shopkeepers I think said that there was a path that led into.
There was a stone nearby, but he wasn't killed at the stone, I don't believe.
Well, nearby, yeah. See if we could find it on the way in there,
Yeah.
Okay. So
I think we'd be best off going to the stone and then proceeding into the bog from there.
Okay, so you're kind of meandering around the edge of the bog, getting into the bog area on the outskirts. I need everybody to make a spot hidden in the area where you know the man was the approximate area where you know he was killed. You see the remains of an old camp where they were working here.
Extreme success.
Okay. You do find a toppled over standing stone half buried in the in a depression filled with water. You're like at this point you're in the bog. But it's like, ankle deep water, really muddy ground. It's not serious yet.
Right.
Does it seem like something that the four of us working together would be able to upright out of the ground?
You're very sturdy men for the most part, so you should be able to and ladies, you're also very sturdy. With your combined strength and maybe using some rope, and you can get leverage on it and pull it out onto drier ground and possibly stand it back up.
All right. We attempt to read it. I have Brythonic at 35.
I do. I have it 36.
Okay, you'll have to roll.
Oh, yeah, for sure. 27.
Okay.
Good job, Macrion. Good job.
You see on one side of the stone, it has an anthropomorphic man. It has like a figure of a man with a helmet and a spear and a shield. On one panel, it has writing, and it says, on this day, a name that you don't recognize, fought and fell to, and it says something called Torktareth. And then on the other panel, you see a huge boar. And on the fourth panel of the standing stone, it says, blessed by the gods, cursed by the darkness, king of all boars, bane to the land. But it says, his valiant sacrifice wounded the beast, and this led, this was the first time its blood had been spilled, and other heroes would follow in his path. And you realize that this is, it's just kind of like a history marker, like, almost like a battle marker where a great hero fell to a dread beast.
Do I get the sense that this is sort of an explanation for how the bog was formed? Like that the blood of this board the first time it's been spilled accounts for...
No, because you're at the very, very edge of the bog, and it's even
Okay.
not even that boggy here.
Okay. So I relate all of that then, and I keep looking to Doreena for confirmation, right? Because she's from here, so like, he'll try to interpret and kind of look and okay,
I'm like nodding because I'm just really not even sure. Like, yeah, you're doing great.
Yep,
But would that
one-
name be familiar to me at all?
No.
Okay.
So if this is just a history marker, doesn't seem that it's relates in any way to what's happening here, I guess.
Well, we also have dealt with in the past of large boars that protect an area.
Mhm.
Is it possible that the spilling of this boar's blood has somehow desecrated this land?
I suppose it's possible. We are on the edge of the bog, though. It's not. If this was in the center, perhaps may
Oh,
count.
yes, but this is simply a marker of an event. It could be that the people who put the stone here dare not travel any further into the boar's territory.
True.
I'm going to basically say that the marker says in the year of. This boar died this guy died hundreds of years before this bog started forming.
Okay.
All right. So what you're telling me is that it took the boar 250 years to bleed out. No.
No, it took him 250 years to plan its revenge.
Right.
That's really what it came down to. He played the long game. What are you gonna do?
It's the long con.
Would it have been possible, I don't know if this is a luck roll then, for us to have attempted to acquire shields from the army, knowing that there's a flying frog that shoots itself potentially out
Nobody
at
mentioned
people?
wanting to get a shield while you were shopping and in town or anything like that.
Yeah, but that's why I know maybe it was a luck roll, because I wasn't smart enough to think about it.
I'm agile enough.
All right. So should we investigate the area where the body was? Maybe there'll be some clues there, perhaps.
I think we should. I like to look for any tracks if possible.
Remember, it is boggy, so it's a lot of moisture. It's a lot of dampness, and somebody died. You do find tracks around here from the Romans who grabbed the guy's body after he died at the edge of the water here, but you find some animal tracks, but nothing of significance.
Okay.
Is it quiet here? Does it seem like there's
Nope,
any?
there's animal sounds. There's bugs and birds and wildlife. It appears as a wetland.
Okay. How far can we see? Is it misty?
There is mist, and you can't see across the bog, so it's a vast area. So to get to the center, you would need to travel into it.
Sure. No, that's right. Is it low on the ground? Is it high? Like, is it misty like above our heads, or is it misty like at 2 feet over ground level?
You see bits of mist sticking here and there, and there's clear areas through it. So it's not like one
solid.
Yeah.
Okay. So we know that potentially, at least, there were beings in this area. So perhaps maybe we should skirt around. They did also want us to fill out the map as best as we can. Should we perhaps proceed north with an eye for the cartography, as well as looking for a path to the center?
I agree. Let's do that.
So you're going to circle the bog, mapping as you go.
Yep.
looking for a path, something stands out as like, oh, this looks relatively solid for a little ways. Perhaps
Okay.
we
So
could.
I'm going to cut ahead. You spend 3 days mapping
Oh,
out
shit.
the bog area.
Oh my gosh.
You completely circle the map. You find paths leading in here and there, but you can't really map out more than a few hundred yards because you're not, for some reason, going into the bog at all. And you get back to the stone after 3 days. You figure it'll take you probably about a full day travel to get to the center of the bog. Like if you left at dawn, possibly you could get there by sundown.
Okay. Do we need?
At this point, you've not really entered the bog at all. You've just circled it.
Sure. Well, check mark. Map of the bog.
Yeah, we got that
we've
far
done
down.
part
We
of it.
mapped
Not
the
the
outside
interior,
of the bog.
but
Yeah.
Do they really need the interior?
well, this doesn't help them find the source of the bog so they can drain it or stop it from refilling. This will be helpful once you figure out why the bog is a bog and stop and find a way and find the source
Sure.
of its water.
Okay.
But again, you've confirmed the rumor that there is no water source feeding into this low flooded area.
Okay. And we didn't see anything. We didn't hear anything. Nothing accosted us over the course of a couple of days. It's been
Make a luck roll.
Oh, okay. Why you guys let me ask questions? Oh, I got an 01.
Nice.
I need a critical failure.
33 out of 61.
So no one failed. Okay. If you make a luck roll, you come within sight of some geese or a roe deer. Nobody is
I rolled a 65 out of 65. I guess that doesn't count as a failure, does it?
right. So you're not attacked by anything, but you do encounter some local wildlife.
Yeah. So there's wildlife there. It's
some deer.
It's going.
You see a moose in some deep water. Although it's not really a moose because it's a Eurasian elk, which is a fucking moose, but okay. Yes.
I'm fascinated
in Europe, they call moose elk. So I'm like, it's a Eurasian elk. It's fucking moose. And then I would even say it's a moose, and Mark finds artwork of an elk. I'm like, it's
a moose.
It's called a Eurasian elk, but it's not really an elk. It's a moose. So I was just fucking fascinated that there were actually moose in England at one point.
Right?
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Yeah. Weren't there also bears?
There were fucking lions in Greece.
Right? Seriously?
Like seriously, there were Asiatic lions in the mountains of Greece in like Roman times. They've been extinct for fucking ever. Anyway, I know way too much about this period of history for anyone who's not a historian or an educator.
All right. So I guess the real thing is, are we going into the bog or not?
I will allow you to make your navigation roll with a bonus dice because you've scouted every possible route into the bog without actually going into the bog. So now you know the best one, the one most likely to give you, relatively solid ground and fewer open water crossings.
Okay.
So
my
who is
only
navigating?
10.
I've got a
Not
30. So it's me.
All right, so you have a bonus
dice
dice on the 30.
It's me. I'm the problem. A 37. All right, let's try again. A 47.
So
I think that's worth some luck spending.
I can spend some luck on that.
okay, so
I got to be careful though. But yeah, I can spend.
It is slow going. You start to lose your way. You backtrack. You find it. I need everybody to again make a luck roll as you're traveling for a full day.
Oh no!
I got an 09. I'm wasting all these fucking rolls. Son of a bitch.
So
34.
hard success, extreme success,
Yes.
19.
no failures.
No.
Nope.
You're
that's
muted.
all.
You're
Malachi.
muted.
Oh, no. The face. Oh, no. There's a
No,
button.
I'm good. I'm good. I just, instead of a 65, I rolled a 64 this time.
So you're very
I'm,
lucky.
Nice.
And-
I'm
Getting
incrementally getting better. This is really
Good.
getting great.
Okay, Macrion, you find around lunchtime, you find an open rise, like a little bit of a hill. That there are actually a couple of trees growing on, so it's almost like this, like hill rise with a couple of trees around the open ground. You guys have been in, ankle to mid calf deep water for like an hour. It's getting on lunchtime. You're like, oh, we can climb up on that hill, dry off for a bit, maybe even make a fire if we wanted to. So do you stop for lunch to dry out a bit?
Probably, yeah. I think that makes sense.
So while
Yeah,
you're
why
up
not?
there, I need everybody to make a spot hidden roll.
Ooh.
32. It's a regular
Jesus
success.
Christ.
Hard success.
Okay, you see, at the base of between these two trees is a toppled statue, like
Ooh.
covered in moss and muck.
Mm.
But there was a monument here at some point.
Hmm.
Can we go on over to it?
Sure.
Yep.
Try to move some things, see if there's
Clean
any
it out.
markings.
Try to.
All right. So
Anything there?
I need everybody to make a listen check.
Oh my God! What?
Fail.
Where's listen? Where's listen?
Oh, that is an extreme success.
Nice.
I can't hear shit.
5 out of 52.
Okay.
I think I just need to be put in the back of the cart because.
So everybody.
I can't hear
So
shit.
only Herminius heard that, and nobody else.
Nope.
Okay.
What?
Well, I need everybody but Herminius to make a POW check.
Is that the one we want to fail or pass?
All right, 20. Well,
I think I
passed
passed.
it.
Oh, I got an 8. So
Yep. 56 out of 86.
I got a
8 out of
hard
80.
success.
All right, give me 1 second, guys.
Mine's like a super hard.
Just bear with me a second. I gotta find
Mhm.
something.
We're all fascinated just looking at the statue.
Except
Meanwhile,
Herminius can hear
Herminius is like a
something.
meerkat.
You're right. We're pulling branches and like weeds and shit, so we're like making a bunch of noise. We can't hear it.
Okay, it's a statue of one of the Celtic deities. And I need everybody to make a cult roll.
Yay.
Ooh, I'm good at that. Let me see.
My God.
Oh, 32 out of 40.
Ooh, 14 out of 20.
I failed.
Ha! I know more than Macrion.
I only failed by a
passed.
little bit.
Okay, it's the goddess Kalich, also known as the goddess of winter and night. And she's the goddess of storms, darkness, and creativity. She's also known as the Dark Hag and the Veiled One.
Dark
So
Hag and
Herminius,
Veiled
as
One.
you look over and you know who this is, like, oh, this is a very powerful goddess of winter and the night, and so I need the 4 of you to make a POW check, or did you make that already?
We did.
And
I
everybody failed it.
passed. Regular.
You passed.
Yes.
Yeah, Pat.
I got an 8.
All right, everyone who passed, you see the statue open its eyes.
Wow. What?
And I need you to make a sand check.
Oh my God! What? Get back!
Oh my God.
Uh-oh.
I think I passed.
Fail?
I made it by 1.
100?
Where's
1,000?
my sanity? Oh, I passed. I passed.
No, 63.
Everyone.
He's going.
All right. So
I need to go to the nearest bar and not be allowed to go anywhere near where danger is because this is the roll I just made. I don't know if you can
100?
see that.
100. Yeah, I figured it when he
Oh.
freaked out. Okay, so basically the goddess opens her eyes and you're all filled with this except Doreena. She opens her eyes and you're like startled and you're like frozen in place. But anyone who's not native Celtic, you just get hit with this wave of like hatred and menace, and you're intruding, and this like just wave of hostility that you just feel like the cold sweat go down your back. Herminius, you're not part of this equation because you'd heard something at the water's edge.
I'm not sure what's worse.
Okay, make a spot hidden roll.
I see a little frog with wings.
No.
Ooh. 90.
You hear something moving in the water and you see the ripples, but you're like looking and you don't see anything. Hold on.
Because he hears us gasp, and he probably
you hear them
looks over to
gasp.
us.
And you like turn and say, and you turn and see them like scream and gasp. When suddenly, hold on. How many would be good for this school?
Probably one. It's probably a loner.
No, you guys spent
A
3
rebel?
days. You guys
Like a
spent 3
juvenile,
days
maybe
dithering
a-
around the. You spent 3 days dithering around the swamp, so they congregated.
Just a few larvae.
Okay.
Just a few.
So Herminius. Give me a
It's
second.
gonna be real bad, guys.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Okay, Herminius. Something leaps out of the water, flies towards your face, with like clawed wings and like a long mouth and a long tail, and tries to like land and bite on you, and you just like dead drop. You just and barely, and it misses you, but you do see it, so you need to make a. Hold on. You need to make a sand check, and you need to tell me if you critically fail.
Ugh, all right. That is a 70 out of 67.
So a failure, but not a regular failure. Okay.
Yes.
Luckily you only take 1 point of sand loss.
Okay.
And you've lost it as it flew by you. It's probably on the island, hidden in the grass or the underbrush somewhere. And there's a couple of trees here. As it flew by you, you didn't see where it landed, but there's one of these creatures here. At least one, because you heard movement all around the water as they were examining the statues. So you guys hear this commotion. You turn back. Herminius is like on his back, a little freaked out. He's lost sand. The statue is now back to normal.
Did we lose
What
Sam
the-
even with a positive check, or
1
is
point.
it 1 point? Okay.
Mm-hmm. And you failed. So
No, I passed.
no,
No.
Malachi failed.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
3 points.
catastrophically. 3 points? Okay.
Only 3. Just 3.
Jesus. I'm gonna say 6 because I rolled 100. I mean, Jesus.
Okay.
Well,
No.
Never rolled 100 before.
3.
for sand
It's
check.
3 because it's gonna because you're about to be attacked and make sand checks for seeing these creatures.
Oh, great.
I poke the statue, like I go back down and like touch the face, right? Because like I know I just saw that thing move.
Okay. You're like, you poke the statue, you know the thing. You hear a splash. Like something move, like lunging out of the water. Like, something rushing forward. And you see this creature that looks like a winged toad with a long spiked tail land atop the statue. It's hideous. It's the size of a large, like almost a muskrat size. And it screeches at you. And everyone needs to make a sand check for seeing it and hearing it. So 2 sand checks. 1 for seeing it. Tell me if this is an extreme fail.
Just 1 fail so far.
Normal fail?
Yep, normal fail and a pass.
Passed on the first one, and passed the second one.
Okay, so pass 2. Doreena, what's the second sand check?
The first one was a fail, and then the second one was a pass.
Okay. For your fail, you take 5.
Ooh.
So you're a regular fail is 1d6 sand point for seeing a water leaper, but you're not dead. And the screech didn't affect you. You only take 1. So Macrion, you had a pass.
Yep.
Okay, hold on. What's the level of success?
Oh, I don't know. It wasn't
success, hard success.
It wasn't. Yeah, I think it was irregular. It was. I think it was like 46 or 64 or whatever. It was close, but it was under.
Okay, so you take a total of 5 points.
Ooh, okay. So that's a temporary, right?
Yep.
Wouldn't mine
No,
be
that's sand
temporary?
loss.
Right. So I've now lost 6 in like 5 minutes.
Okay, Malachi, you on your 2 rolls.
2 rolls. All right. Okay, 30. So that's a hard success, and 1. 2 hard successes.
So 30 is a hard success. So that's just 1d4. 1 and 1. So you take 2 more points. Does that put you in 20% after the 4 you just lost? So you've lost 6.
Yeah, I've lost 6
in 2 rounds.
total. So I had 80 sanity. So no, that wouldn't be 20%.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Yep.
Okay. So at this point, you see it. It's standing on top of the statue. What does everyone want to do?
I'd like to try to smash it.
All right.
Yeah.
Make it roll an attack.
I'm gonna start a paddling.
All right. Give me your rolls.
I'm trying to figure out what I have still. I don't imagine I'd have the cestus equipped, so I guess I try to stab it.
Freaking kidding me? What the?
Can I throw my club at it?
33. So I got a 33 for fighting brawl. Ooh, should I spend points to make? No, that's a lot of points to spend.
So I have an 89, and I rolled a 97.
Okay, so
I'm going to go back to the wagon with the 200 gallons of wine.
You try and draw your club, and it falls and like tumbles down towards the water. Like you can't even get it clear. So Macrion, what did you roll?
I rolled a regular success, 33 under like 57.
Give me an attack. Give me damage.
Yep. Let me look. I think it's just a 1d4 plus strength bonus. Yeah. 2d4. That's going to be 5.
Okay. So 5 points
total. Yep.
Okay, you just smashed us with the quarterstaff.
No, I don't know what I think.
I
I just have the cestus. So
okay, so
not not the cestus. I have my small knife because I wouldn't have the cestus.
Okay, so
equipped.
you stab it for 5, and it squeals, and it's kind of almost impaled on your knife, but it's still alive. Doreena?
I was just gonna take my wooden thing out and go like this in it and see if it does anything.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing. I take it out of my napkin and just like.
No, you're got nothing. All right.
Because I got like I just lost 5 points of sand.
Herminius, you're gonna throw the club. You were throwing the club at
I'm
it.
gonna throw my club. I'm not sure. So I have 0. I don't have rank in ranged weapon.
Just give me a club attack. It's fine. It's
just a club attack. Okay.
Yeah.
That is 64 out of 60.
Okay, make a luck roll.
Oh, damn it.
Oh, God.
64 out of 61.
Okay, you missed the creature, but roll damage.
We're not going to live through this day.
Oh my god! Listen, I genuinely thought the wooden thing would do something. I'm sorry.
5 total.
Okay, Macrion.
If somebody was filming us, this would be YouTube gold.
The
fail army
smashes into your forearm for 5 points of damage.
Oh
Do
my
I get to
god!
roll my armor?
You can roll your armor.
I rolled a 4 plus 1 is 5, and I just turn around and yell, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Do you take no damage?
No.
But okay, make a dex check.
All right. Let me pull up my sheet, see what my dex is. 41. My dex is 55.
Okay. You retain your dagger. You don't drop it.
Okay, but there's a dent
so
in my greaves, not the greaves, but the.
All right, I'm swinging again. Damn it! This time
it's their round. You've already
Aww.
Your club ran down a hill. Your club rolled down a hill. Okay, at this point, the other 3 of these creatures attack. So you'll now have 1 each. Hold on. Okay, Doreena, you pull out your thing, and one of these creatures comes sailing out of, like, you hear splash, and it lands on this part of your arm. It like you see it like grasps with, and then just chomps into this part of your arm for a bite.
I scream.
A maw full of jagged teeth. 2 points. Roll your armor.
What is my armor? A 1d4. Thank God I have armor. And it's a 4.
All right, so hold on. Let me show you. This is not the art we're using. We don't have art for this, but this is
the bite that I have. Oh, he's kind of cute.
Oh man.
I want to take it home as a pet.
Yeah, I kind of want him as a plushie.
That's the Welsh water leaper. Okay. So your armor keeps you from getting hurt?
Okay, yeah. But
did you roll over 2 on your armor?
Yes, I got a 4.
Okay.
I'm safe.
Herminius, yours comes back, and this time it lands on your back because you've turned.
Nice.
And thrown your club, so now you're unarmed with one of these creatures on your back. Roll your armor.
2.
Okay. Part of as it comes in for a bite, it's kind of partially blocked, but it like literally bites down on your shoulder, and it's getting part of your neck, and then it does almost like the pit bull. It just gnashes with its nose, and it just saws in, and you feel blood running down your back. As you take 4 points of damage as it hits a critical.
That's after the armor?
It was 6.
Oh
God.
Okay. Macrion, you've had it, and you impaled it with your knife, and it's like writhing around, and it can't bite you, but the whip tail comes sailing around. and slams into your forearm. Give me. It's going to be. Hold on.
It's okay. You're numb from where I hit you with my club.
Yeah. I have a 3 on my armor.
Okay. Hold on.
And I found out how much luck I have now. Just go through the notebook.
I don't know why I didn't blow this up larger to read it. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I'm trying to wonder if the sting attack, even though I made a successful roll, does that negate your armor, or is your armor, does it have to sting through the armor?
So I guess it depends, right? Like if it beats it, then it either penetrates the armor or like it skims off and then catches the skin, right? Like, I mean, that's all narrative.
Right. So I'm going to say that it kind of like comes into the top of your hand. So you're stung by this creature. You need to make a con check.
Okay. Pull my sheet up and grab some dice. Con is... What is my con? Oh, it's only 60. Oh, I got an 09.
Okay, hold on.
So extreme success.
Yay!
I'm excited.
Okay, it's little more than a big bee sting and a welt. It doesn't inject enough poison into you to have any effect.
Okay, he screamed, like he yelps though when it happens, right? Because he felt it hit his arm, so he thought he was okay, and then it sneaks under and gets his hand.
Okay, so I just think that we have Malachi's to attack, right? I haven't attacked you yet.
Nope.
You were missed. It you see it splash out of the water, tries to land on you, you move it away, and I'm
fully capable of injuring myself.
Put
I
up
think
your forearm and it's just gonna knock it to the ground. It hisses and starts like maneuvering with its wings to try and reorient to get another attack at you. All right. Party's round.
I stab it again.
It's
Hopefully.
impaled on your knife.
Pull it out and stab it again.
He more stabs it.
Okay, you can like stab down into the mud to give it a nice attack. Actually, just roll punching because you literally have it on your knife.
Oh my god!
Oh, it's the same, right?
I mean, you're like slamming it into the ground.
Yeah,
hold it down. Boom, boom, boom.
I failed. I got a 76. So it must have fell off. I pull it back.
As you try and attack, it slides off the knife and starts flapping away towards the water.
Oh my god.
Doreena?
I grab it by its tail.
What?
So it's I don't want to okay, so it's bitten on my arm right now. So I'm trying to grab it by its tail and try to pull it off me that way.
Bite it back.
All right, make a punching score. Roll punch.
I don't know what punch is, but
your brawl.
I didn't do it. That I can tell. Wait, unless it's a 70. Where is it?
Fighting brawl should be the top of the second column.
Thank you. Nope. And I'm not spending 20 luck points.
Okay,
for that.
Herminius.
It's on my back, so I'm going to back slam, drop into the mud.
Give me a brawl.
Try to smush it. 16 out of 60. Almost an extreme success.
Okay, give me damage. I'll allow you to have your strength bonus. Ooh. I don't know if you have a strength bonus. I don't think that you do.
Do I?
It's kind of like a reverse backwards pile driver.
Yeah,
sort of.
yeah.
What would my strength bonus be?
It depends on your size.
Oh, then no, I don't.
Right.
You're a wee fella. All right, can I
Let's see.
clobber
That
time?
is 2.
2. All right, you stunned it but not killed it.
Hmm.
Malachi.
Good enough.
All right.
The rest of the team's not doing so well against their water leapers.
You roll 100
The entire
again?
team is not doing well against their water
Hey,
leapers.
I'm doing pretty good. I've got mine pinned on the ground.
Malachi,
so far.
did you lose your other club?
Oh my god, no. No.
You lost your other club, didn't you? What'd you roll?
I'm 92.
You
92.
It slips out of your hand. You're obviously cursed.
backwards, dude? He lifts it over his head and it just flies backwards.
Put my arm up in the air. Hit my
No,
arm.
I mean, so my I have an 89 for my weapon use. So 92, that's just a straight up fail, right?
Right,
It's
right.
not.
No, it's not a critical failure.
It's
You
not a
missed.
critical fail. So I still have the thing in my hand. I just can't do anything
Okay,
positively to save my life.
Macrion, yours gets to the water and swims away because it had like 1 point left.
Damn it.
Doreena, you went to grab the stinger.
The tail, yeah. Oh no, his face is serious.
Con check. You went to grab it and it just went like wham and like hit right into like the fat palm of your hand part. And it's still like gnawing at you, so it's like on your arm, and now it's like instead of biting, it stung you. So give me your con check.
Okay.
Don't critically fail.
I didn't critically fail.
Okay, good, because you really had me scared there. What is the level of failure?
I got an 80 and I have a 70.
So it's just a regular fail. It's not.
Because
Okay.
words came out of your mouth. He said it. Just didn't have to say anything.
Okay, so you hit it, and almost instantly you're like, it's remarkable because you feel no pain, but you can see like the pulsing venom like filling, and then there's no pain in your arm or your shoulder or anywhere, and then she just falls over completely paralyzed. You can breathe, but you have no control of your body. So the rest of you just see it stings her, and she falls over like a marionette with her strings cut. Herminius, we're still wrestling with you, right?
Yes.
Hold on. Roll your armor.
Oh, 3.
2 points of damage, 3 points of armor. It's trying to gnaw. It's trying to. You kind of like knocked it away from your arm. So now it's like gnawing at the back shoulder of where your armor is. And it's flailing with its wings, trying to like almost claw its way out from under you and bite reflexively, but it does no damage.
Okay.
So so you still got your bulk on top of it. And Malachi, roll your armor. You swing your club, miss. It like flaps its wings, lands on your chest, tries to bite into the side of your torso. You roll 4.
I have 5 actually, so 5 armor.
And it rolls 5 damage. Takes it so you're protected from the creature. Macrion.
I run over to Doreena. Is the thing still on her? Does it?
No, it's actually withdrawn its stinger, and it was actually starting to turn towards you.
I don't know that I want to stab it if it's like still on her.
You can try and kick it off. I would allow a brawl.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll try to kick it then.
Punt.
Brawl.
Yeah. Yeah. No, 87.
Doreena, you're aware of everything that's happening. Herminius.
Hold still, you little
I'm
shit.
gonna try to flip out. So I've got my Fey knife. So I've got the thing on my back. I'm gonna try to like roll and just stab it.
Go.
Boom! 18 out of 60.
Yeah,
'Cause
it's
it's
already
Fey.
been smashed for 2 points. Give me damage.
3 damage.
It's down.
All right, I'm rolling. Can I roll?
Yes.
I gotta murder something, please.
I got a feeling about
Okay,
this
that'll
one.
do the trick. 14 out of 89. That's a
Give me
critical
damage.
success.
That's it.
It is all the damage. 2d4 plus 2.
What?
Oh, 1. Great. I'm rolling a 1. Oh, yeah, 2. So 4. 4 points of damage.
You did damage though. Listen.
At least I hit something
Okay,
finally.
you like
That wasn't
smash
me
it.
or one of you folks.
It falls. It like gets knocked off of you. And it's in the grass, and you see it's pretty bashed up. Make a look.
Wait. This is with my Sayax, my face Sayax. So
Okay.
it's not a club.
Gotcha. Okay. So you
Magical
slice at
edged
it.
weapon.
You open up a big gash in its back. It falls to the ground. It starts like flapping around, and it's obviously trying to get back to the water. Okay, and yours is trying to get back to the water, and unless you hit it next round, it will escape. Herminius, yours is bashed up but not dead, I think.
No, mine's dead.
Yours is dead. Doreena, you're paralyzed. Macrion, you tried to kick it. You failed. As your foot goes sailing by and you're off balance, it tries to bite your other calf. It like lunges to try and get you while you're off balance and misses.
Oof.
So party's round.
I try to stab it then, I guess. I
ahead.
don't want to step on it. I don't want it stabbing me in the foot. So he just kind of like, I imagine like as his leg comes down, he just turns and then like kind of like on one knee comes down and tries to stab it. Ooh, that'll do it. 34 out of 57.
Give me damage.
I would love to. Big numbers, no whammies. Yeah.
I don't think you hit it, right, Doreena?
7 points.
He's
No.
down.
I think it's 7. 2 plus 1? 2d4 plus 1? No, 2d4. 6. 6
Still
points.
down.
Okay, sweet.
Okay, Malachi, if you're going to let yours go, the battle will be over, or you can try and hit it as it's woundedly flapping back into the bog.
I'm gonna kill that son of a bitch.
Okay.
Yes, I am definitely gonna kill that. So I rolled a 50 something, which
Right.
is a hit.
But it only had the 1 point left, so you smash it.
All right.
So, 1 water leaper escaped, 3 are dead. And Doreena is not moving. Herminius, I think, is badly hurt. Malachi, you're uninjured, right? Macrion, you're not hurt, or you?
I don't think I took any damage.
Okay. And Doreena is completely paralyzed.
Yep.
So I'm no medic, but I turn back to her real fast and like, take a look at her hand because that's where it was. Maybe try to squeeze out some of the poison, and then I'll go into the supplies to get the.
Okay, you do see that she's not dead. Like she's breathing, right. Her eyes are darting around her head. Regina, roll a 6.
Oh God, it jumped on top of the other dice. Hold on. A 5.
Almost an hour later, she's able to like sit up and start to like move around. It feels like you've slept on a bed of on the deck of a rolling ship. Like every muscle is just screaming in pain, but you're able to, after 50 minutes, you're able to like regain control of your body.
And I think like the whole time we're like, "Are you okay? Blink your eyes if you're okay. Can you hear me?"
Like literally, she just stood there and drooled and shook. And she
Yeah.
only started shaking like 10 minutes before she started to like move.
So when can I talk?
You can talk now.
Okay, good. What happened?
We almost got our butts kicked by flying rodents. Actually, we mostly almost got our butts kicked by ourselves, I think, but the flying rodents didn't help.
Yeah.
How are you
Everything
feeling?
hurts.
Yes.
It hurts a lot.
Okay, so you've lost some time. And do you guys have first aid? Because I think Herminius is kind of hurt.
I have 30.
I'll
I
try.
took a few
I've got
points. I'm not
I've
too
got
bad.
a little bit.
Okay. And we
Oh.
have
Been a
Can't
lot
do shit.
worse.
I have two.
nope. Hold on. So we get a bonus dice. The hedge witch gave us I forget what it was, essentially medical supplies to be able to roll with a bonus dice. We can use that up to 6 times.
Okay.
Oh,
So it's like moss and like some paste, poultice or whatever. So if you want to try rolling again with the bonus dice.
I'll do one more. Nope. I keep rolling 6D something. I'm just
Okay.
gonna melt
right.
these
Even with
dice
the bonus
down.
dice?
Yeah, that was.
Okay.
I have first aid.
You can try.
Okay.
I did have first aid.
A 2.
Okay.
Nice.
Bless you.
Roll 1d3.
That's half of a D6. A 2.
All right. You get a point back, Herminius.
Woo.
Something.
All right. So, do you want to build a fire and try and weather the night here and start in the morning, or do you want to press on and try and find the middle of the swamp? You figured you were probably only about maybe another hour, 2 hours away from finding it, but you've lost a couple of hours, so it will be dark when you get there.
I say we camp.
I agree.
We do have a defensible place here. It seems we have a bit of high ground, some woods. It's dry. Doreena's.
We have 200 gallons of wine.
Oh, I could use some of that right now.
All right, I need everybody to make a luck check.
I'm great at those.
Lot 3,
Oh my freaking god!
extreme.
So Macrion's
What's,
extreme,
what's-
Doreena,
Is
Herminius.
there such thing as a hard fail?
I'm good. 65.
So Herminius fails and Malachi fails, correct?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you do get through the night. You're not attacked, but it is a miserable night with like biting flies. You're there's not a lot to burn here, so you can't even keep the fire going to ward off the biting bugs. And after after an hour or two, they just become like horrible. And the sun is slow to wake up. The sun is slow to rise. The night just seems to last a year. And then when you are waking up and stretching, I need everybody to make a spot hidden check.
Mm.
No, sir. Actually, wait a minute.
Oh my god!
Extreme.
Nope, I failed.
Okay, so
I'm extreme. Oh no, I'm just a hard pass.
okay, Doreena, Malachi is looking around and he says, he's like, I don't feel so good. And
I don't even see Doreena.
you
Honestly,
see there's a leech the size of your thumb on the side of his neck.
Okay, so I just slowly approach him. I say, "It's okay. It's okay."
Who's speaking? Who's speaking now? I can't see you.
It's me, Doreena, the only female in this party.
Herminius, you spot your own. It's like on your it's like on this part of your arm.
I'm
Oh.
gonna roll idea roll. No, I don't know who you are. I'm sorry.
The only female.
To safely remove this, you need to make a first aid check.
Okay.
This is going to be the difference between whether he loses 1 con or 2.
Let
Oh.
me see if I panic or not.
Oh, and
All right.
yeah, Malachi and Herminius make sand checks.
I rolled against my own POW and I rolled 100. I
I got a
panicked.
2 again. You're welcome, Malachi.
Okay, she gets the leech off with, burning embers and a stick. You only lose 1 sand point, 1 con point. Herminius starts fucking screaming.
Oh, I grab it and just like rip.
Wow. My face just
You're gonna
just
lose
shocked.
2. You're gonna lose 2 con points, and because it's just gonna get infected. The head is embedded in. Doreena, make a first aid check. A first
Okay.
aid.
Okay, let's do this. A 12.
Okay, you get
You're
the
good.
head out, but he's just made this big, ugly wound that you've had to then cut the head of the leech out. So you,
Scooping.
Herminius, you still lose 2 con points, but you're not going to be feverish and sick, within a day.
As I'm scooping it out of it, I'm shaking my head and be like, what's wrong with you, man? What's wrong with you?
How much are
Okay.
we getting paid for this gig again? Because, geez.
It's a whole year's salary if we make it back.
Whose whole year salary?
I guess we didn't clarify that.
Taking on
Yeah, he
ghosts.
didn't actually say, did
The
he?
sun's up, and you're not too far from your goal. So I think that we can really finish this tonight if we press, guys.
We have taken
Guns
on
up,
druidic
guns up. Let's go.
summoners.
Unless you want
taken
this
on
misery to ask another
babies.
session.
Freaking.
We have taken on wereboars. And we just got messed up by
Oh.
some flying frogs
Oh
and
my God.
some leeches.
Okay. All right.
Oh.
So you have made your successful navigation roll. So after a hard morning, and unfortunately some passages where you have to go through like chest deep water. It's like literally, you're like, and as you're going through the chest deep water, you feel the mud just like sinking. You're sinking in almost to your calves. So I need everybody to make a luck check as you're getting through this last section to climb up onto this dry hill.
Dear God.
Malachi, please don't.
You know how when you're in the woods and you find that one tick on you and now you're neurotic
We're
about
good.
finding another one? That's how
Yeah.
Herminius is with leeches right now.
Did everybody make their luck roll, or did Malachi
Yes.
fail again?
I passed just.
Malachi, you failed, right?
Unless the
It's
screen is
well.
frozen.
The first part is a 90.
Okay,
I'm
so
going
you-
to recover on the next roll. I'm going to recover on the next roll. I'm going to totally 95.
okay. When Malachi gets onto the hill, the mud has sucked one of his boots right off of his foot, and he's barefoot on his
Oh
left
my
foot is
God.
barefoot.
Oh goodness gracious.
Malachi's like, just kill me.
I don't even care anymore. Honestly, I don't even care. Actually, wait. Do we have rations with us?
Yes, you had a
Yeah.
I am going to drink whatever liquor I have on me. Just a large draft of it, just
Go for it.
to calm my nerves at this point. So
Okay, so when you finally get to this standing island.
Oscar's like,
Well, I do want to finish tonight.
yeah,
so,
go on. Yep.
Yeah.
You find
Finish us.
a ring of standing stones. 5 stones are here. In the middle of this ring of 5 stones is a flat stone table.
Mm.
At the far end of the ring, there is a statue of a beautiful woman in a long gown, very tight, leaving little to the imagination, and her head is just a deer skull.
Wait, so she's not wearing... She's wearing a deer skull, or it is a deer skull?
It's a statue of a curvaceous woman in a gown with her head is a deer skull.
Is a deer. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought you said.
Okay. Behind that statue is what I had to look this up. So it's called a dolmen. It's 2 standing stones with a stone across the top.
Mm.
And you see from that cross stone, water just cascades down between these stones. And you see that there are almost like drilled holes, and water is just pouring down and kind of down the hill into the bog. So it's like here's the standing stone, the table, the statue, and behind the statue, it's almost like a sheet of constant water falling.
Yeah.
As her backdrop.
Do we know who this statue is of?
Make an occult. Well, actually, make a Cthulhu Mythos roll.
Ooh. All right.
I have that at 13.
No.
I'm gonna just try it. Why not?
I rolled a 14. I'll spend 1 point.
Okay.
Not even close.
Who is she, Macrion?
Well,
you've heard that the goddess Magna Mater, also known as the Great Old One Shub-Niggurath, is sometimes worshipped in this avatar form by the Celts.
So this isn't. It's not good.
Oh, that's not what I was wanting to hear, but.
Are you familiar with Magna Mater at all?
No.
So I know of Dark Young. I've fought Dark Young before.
Everybody make a listen check.
Oh fuck.
Ooh, I made it. Ought 1. These dice are fire tonight.
What?
The mist begins to rise all around the base of the island, and you hear like a whistling wind come through, and in the whisper of the wind you hear, touch the stone to receive mercy and live.
I don't hear anything. What's going on?
So Macrion cocks his head and he's like, do you
sand check?
Do you hear that?
No, I don't.
Oh, I got a 90
on your sand check. Okay, that's not good.
No.
2 points lost. To anyone, you're the only one who heard it?
He is, yeah.
Yep.
It's not good when Oscar says that's not good, but you lose 2 sand points.
Yeah.
There's something more to that.
So, Macrion, what's going on?
He has a faraway look in his eyes now, and his head's just kind of cocked like he's trying to hear something. And like he just ignores you guys now.
Is it more frogs?
Don't tell me it's wrong.
Pulls the dagger out.
No, you don't.
For what little it's worth, I'm looking around as vigilantly as I possibly can. And
you don't hear that.
Failing miserably. Holy crap.
I grab my wooden thing again.
I'll be searching the bushes and stuff for frogs.
Does it make sense for me to begin to approach the altar then?
I'm just here. I just work
right,
here.
because like I don't have an indefinite, right? Like it didn't.
The voice said, "Touch the stone to receive my mercy and live."
I don't think.
I mean, that makes sense.
So then, like he snaps out of it, and he looks at the rest of the party, and he says, "The voice says to touch the stone, to touch the stone and receive her mercy, and live." And like he's kind of like frantic a little bit.
I mean, does this seem like something that we should trust?
No.
No, a voice that only Macrion hears is not something I want to trust.
and yet this is the place. The water comes from here. It comes from the Magnimator. This is
Everybody make a
secret place.
listen check.
Oh God.
Fail that one.
Yes.
89.
I fail again.
Oh my God, I got an 01. What a wasted roll.
Okay. Those who make the listen roll hear the whisper out of the mist. Touch the stone to receive my mercy and live. But this time you also hear like the slurping impact of like something large moving through the mud in the mist around the island. Like so I mean
Okay.
Would it
how
it
big are
make
the
sense that
stones?
we have like torches on us?
yeah, I would you could have torches.
we have lanterns.
I
and
think you have
coal
lanterns.
and oil and
Oh, lantern. All right. What's the situation around us? Is there like brush, like
No,
bushes, anything like that?
No, there's a few dead trees on this island. It's mostly the standing stone. It's the only thing
Okay.
above water around here.
How big is the dolmen?
It's probably about 15 feet tall. I mean,
Thinking
all of the
about
standing
pushing it
stones are
over?
like between 12 and 15.
So it's like Stonehenge size stones,
Yeah,
right? They're
yeah.
they're big. So we're not knocking it over.
Well, you could, but it would take time and effort.
Yeah.
Well, effort we got. Time, I'm not sure.
Right.
I don't know. Malachi's a big dude. Might be between Malachi and Macrion. Like the four of us might be able to.
So no one is moving towards the stone, correct?
I
No.
don't know what's going on.
All right, everybody
hold on.
make a spot hidden check.
No, I'm not.
Oh,
Made that one. That's going to be at least a
Did
horror.
not make that.
yeah, I made a critical
Oh.
success.
I made an
crit
extreme.
spot hidden
So
or extreme. Yeah.
you guys start to see something large looming through the mist approaching the island. And when I say large, it is tree shaped.
Herminius
It'll be
is
coming
too
into
frozen
view
on the stone.
probably next round. Malachi, you already know what it is.
Yep, that's a dark young.
You've encountered this horror before.
So I think Macrion probably says then perhaps we should touch the stone. Maybe it's a wording against the creature.
Where are you getting this from? Touching the stone?
From
Why
the
are we
voice.
touching the stone?
You
What
didn't hear the voice?
No.
Can somebody tell her what the freaking voice said so we could?
I
We
said
all
it
heard
before.
it. Yeah, we all. Yeah.
No, you did not all hear it. She did.
I
not
didn't.
hear
Oh,
it.
no?
Hear it.
But
No.
I-
You didn't
but
hear it?
I said it though. I said when you guys,
Yeah.
when I was the only one that heard it, I said there's a voice that says to touch the stone and
Is
gain her
everyone
mercy.
else hearing this?
Herminius heard it the second
I
time.
heard it. I heard it the
Yeah.
second time as well as the slurping sound.
And
Uh,
so, yeah, Herminius will quickly turn to Malachi then.
Do we
since
have
he's
fire?
Familiar with this thing.
What do we
you
have
have a
for
lantern.
fire?
I mean, Malachi, do you think we can defeat this thing?
I have defeated one, but with much help.
Defeated what?
Much more help than the three of us?
Much more fire than the four of us have.
You have 2 lanterns.
Do we have
Are they
anything
up?
else that's combustible? Is there anything else around that is
No, it's a
remotely
swamp.
dry?
It's
Yeah.
a swamp with
The
a fountain.
swamp with one dead tree in it that's probably waterlogged.
We have our torches.
Yeah, the only way. I mean, I'll see if I can roll my insight roll from what I know about this thing. Yeah. Oh wait. Oh no. No, that is 42. Insight. Why can I not read? Yeah. All right. So I don't know if that's going to help at all, but I have a 72. I rolled a 42 out of 72 for insight. I don't know if that gives me any based on my experience with them.
No. You do know that that they're very hardy, and that arrows and stuff of that nature, like piercing weapons, don't really dig that deeply. Things like axes, swords, and fire are more effective than javelins or
Daggers.
arrows or crossbow bolts.
So we don't have
Well-
anything to beat this with other than
In other
2
words, I'm
lanterns of
useless.
oil.
Malachi, so with the forlorn look on Malachi's face right now, Herminius basically is like the satchel with some of the stuff in it. He'll basically unsling that, throw it to the ground, sheath the dagger, and lift his hand up and like look at the other 3.
What are you doing?
What?
We have 2 ways out of this. We can either
Yep.
fight that or we can touch this stone.
Well, we can't fight that. So if the only other option is touching the stone, then we are touching the stone. And
Who
I'm
is
not even
touching
sure
the
we can.
stone?
Can I make an occult roll? Like, does that seem like a good idea? Like, is there?
I can't
No,
tell
of
you.
course
it's a
it
good
doesn't
idea.
seem like a
Well,
Definitely does not seem like a good idea.
well, no. Well, my occult is 80, and my I passed the
Mm.
Cthulhu Mythos roll. So I'm just wondering, like, if Macrion can puzzle out whether or not, yes, this does seem like it would be a protection from this thing, or it's like, oh no, you receive my mercy because I kill you before this thing does. You know what I mean?
It comes at this point. It comes out of the mist. I need everybody to make a sanity check as they see it. It is, this.
Oscar, a question for you. Do I recall from my interaction with them before that they at all whisper in your head?
No.
Yeah. Okay. So I think it's a different phenomenon
Again,
that's going on.
you see, it's a 3-legged creature with like elephantine legs with massive cloven hooves, a giant slit mouth down the center of the tree trunk of a body, and the top of it is just a myriad of long moss covered tentacles. You smell it before you see it. There's almost steam rising off of it. And it just like comes onto the base of the island and roars at you, but it does not move to attack yet. Sanity check.
Pass.
97.
I passed.
Pass.
Okay, this is going to be 9 sand loss
Oof.
for if you fail, and if you pass, it's 3.
Oh dear.
This is a pretty steep sand check.
Yeah. Herminius freaks out and touches the stone. Just
Okay.
Oh God.
I think when I see it, I hurdle the stone so that it's between us and I'm touching it.
All right. Well, Herminius just put his hands on it immediately. The Dark Young comes no closer, and as Herminius touches the stone, his body twists and snaps, and he falls to the ground. Almost, and you just hear him screaming in agony. And then when he stands up, he is in the form of the woman depicted in the statue behind. You basically see Herminius's body is transformed into this nude woman with a skull head and cloven hoof feet. And she says, "You are trespassing, but the stone is thirsty for blood. If one of you dies upon this stone, the others may depart in peace. If you do not feed the stone, all of you shall die today." And then he just again falls. The woman falls to her knees and starts screaming, almost like a laugh, like a cackling laugh that slowly shifts back into Herminius screaming in agony. And then Herminius is back and his body is restored to where it was.
Did
I need you to make
hear
another
that?
sand check because you experienced all of that. You're already 9 points down, so you're already insane.
Yeah, but did I hear that?
Yes.
Okay.
It was like you were watching it through the eyes of the dark young.
Nope.
I got a 6. I'm good.
Okay. All right. So. All right. So everybody needs to roll that sand check.
Oh.
1 if you pass,
Fail.
3 if you fail.
Okay.
Fail.
Pass.
Just eating through sanity.
That was a lot to watch.
And the dark young seems to be waiting for you to decide.
Oscar,
Yes.
I've taken a butt ton of sand loss right now. Does that rustle anything up?
Nope.
No? Okay.
No. You can fight the dark young or sacrifice one of you to get safe passage out of the.
Any of you brainiacs want to do an insight roll or something like that, just to see?
Good idea.
What is insight going to get us? It's more of an interpersonal thing, right?
Right. It's insight would only
Yeah.
be was
Or,
the woman
yeah.
with the skull head.
Idea
lying.
roll. Idea roll is what I mean. Idea roll.
You've got the two choices. You could
Well,
sacrifice
we could
one of you,
run.
or you try and run through the swamp. You can flee, you can fight, or you can sacrifice one of you for safe passage.
Well,
Malachi, you have fought one and lived before. They are not invulnerable. They are horrifically dangerous opponents. Campaign can end right here. Go out with a bang.
So as not to be meta, Macrion just says to Herminius, throw the lantern at it. Right? If it
He's got
doesn't,
a terrible throw.
well, I think we all do. That's the problem.
No, you all don't. I think one of
I
you
have a
has
30 throw.
Oh, I think Doreena has a really high throw, right?
Checking it. Oh, I have a 65 in throw. But now that we've talked about it,
Yep.
yeah.
Doreena, throw the lantern.
All right. Sounds good to me.
Go.
A 56 out
That'll hit.
of
You said
65. We're good.
All right, I need you to roll. What am I gonna say for a? Give me 1d6 points of damage, and next round it'll do 1d3 points of damage.
1d6, and I got a 3.
Okay. It is on fire for 3 points. It screams in pain and rage and starts to stomp forward. What do the rest of you do?
Run.
Herminius is still on his knees right now.
No, you can move. You're up.
I know.
Or you're just insane. You're just going to stay here.
Is there
I haven't
anything
decided
else
yet.
combustible? Do we have anything combustible?
The other lantern.
Torches.
The other lantern, yeah.
Yeah, do we have torches?
Yeah, I have torches in my bag.
Why don't we light those torches up? That's what I was asking before. If we have
I
anything
said
that
we
lights
had
up.
them. All right, so
Yeah,
I'm
okay,
pulling the
yeah.
torches out of my bag.
It's not going to stay here and let itself be burned to death without fighting back. You're going to need to the fire will help, but if you're just relying on burning it, it's going to kill all of you.
Fire arrows?
Remember, arrows are not very effective at it. It's better chopping, bashing, blunt
Plus, it can
weapons
only
and
be on
stuff.
fire so much.
Right.
Yeah. So Herminius dropped all his
Thing's already
stuff on the
covered in
floor.
Macrion,
Right?
fire
what are you
burning.
I'm charging at it just to
Okay.
buy some time for the team.
All right. Give me an attack.
Here we go.
That actually hits.
All right, 2, 9. So I have an 89. I rolled a 29 out of 89.
Okay. Give me damage.
Please. 3 plus 4, 7, 9 points of damage. Or 9 points of damage.
Okay. Very good. Herminius and Macrion.
Fuck. Like, Macrion yelled run and nobody did anything, and then Malachi ran at it. So he like fucking straps the cestus on and runs at it. What am I gonna do?
All right. Give me an attack roll.
I start yelling back, "You guys run away. I will try to hold this thing off."
78, I miss.
Herminius?
Herminius is just staring at Malachi running up to the thing now.
Okay, so I wish you guys could see this. I actually missed.
Oh,
Thank
shit.
goodness.
I rolled a 91 and it has an 80 to hit.
Yay!
Okay. Malachi, you are missed as it tries to grab you.
This time. All right. Buys me a little more time.
I am absolutely not lying. I just rolled an 84 as it attacks Macrion. So tentacles swirl, comes late, trying to grab both of you and misses both of you. So it is the party's round. Doreena, you have the other. There's the other lamp here.
Gonna throw it,
Go.
and I miss.
Oh. All right.
Do you want to push that roll?
Oh, you might want to push that roll. How badly did you miss?
A 95.
Ooh.
If you push
Yeah.
that roll, I will allow it to hit. If you fail a second time, you're going to hit one of the other two guys. Like that lantern will hit one of either Macrion or Malachi. That's the risk. You either miss or you push it and see if you can hit this thing and possibly hit one of them.
This is life or death.
Push it real good. 65 out of 65.
Okay, give me another 1d6 points of damage and then roll a 1d3.
So, D6, you said?
Yep.
All right, that's a 6. And then what's my next one?
1d3 as it's still burning from the last one.
And that is a 3.
Woohoo! And then 3 again the next time, right? Or D3 next round.
Yeah, it'll be a D3 for the next round. And the other
Macrion and Malachi, you are up next.
I'm swinging.
Missed.
Yes, come on. 0, come on. 7. Oh, 7.
I hit it right on 57 out of 57.
Give me damage rolls, guys.
All right.
I think this is a D4.
4, 6, 8. 8 points. With my face axe.
I did 4 points.
I'm just hacking away at its legs.
Just punching it.
Like as you smash, so you've got the face axe. The face axe cuts into it. You see this black, tarish sap come spurting out all over you. Macrion, you stab it again. The sap comes out. It's howling. The flames are now like the lamp that just narrowly missed both of you. Hitting this thing, it hit it like right in the perfect spot to like a lamp, light all the oil that didn't light from the first lamp. And it falls.
What?
You have done 33 points of damage. Dark Young have 30 hit points.
Wow.
Because I rolled 2 rolls over 80 in my attack round.
Holy cow.
It
doesn't
topples
have like
into the
damage
swamp.
reduction or anything?
What?
It doesn't have damage reduction or like
No.
armor or anything?
In shock. Total shock.
So when it falls, Macro just keeps punching it. That's
It
right.
says melee
That's
weapons
right.
do normal damage.
I'm whacking away at it too.
Yeah.
I'm going
We
to
lost a
keep
lot of
whacking away at
sand.
it.
These things are incredibly
64.
possible to kill against firearms, but they have no defenses against melee weapons.
7 more points of damage.
All right.
I'm just standing on top of it now.
All right. So what do you guys want to do? There's one thing left.
30.
Herminius
So,
puts his hand on the table,
2,
slowly gets up to his feet, and then just
6,
kind of
8 points of damage.
gets himself up and sits on the table and just stares up into the sky.
Herminius is absolutely insane. What are the rest of them?
35. 2.
Thank God we have babies.
7 points of damage. 7 points of damage. 24.
It's dead, Jim.
4 plus
I
2,
think Doreena
8 points of damage.
I think Doreena probably has to come over to stop us, right?
Yes.
86.
Come on by.
Just
All right, so
barely hit it.
Let's finish this up, guys. I got work tomorrow.
1. 7 points of damage.
Let him have his joy.
Niels has actually gone insane.
13.
Let him have his joy. That's it.
4 plus. Oh man, I'm rolling hot. Okay, 8 points of damage.
What's the last thing you guys need to do?
59. Oh, that was a critical hit, actually. So what is that? So 8 points of damage. Is there a modifier? I get. Is that?
I walk up to Malachi. I put my hand on his
16,
shoulder and I say, "It's
7,
done. It's done."
2 plus 1. 5 points of damage that time, unfortunately. I'll try better next time. Critical hit.
So
5 points of damage that time.
At this point, with the thing dead,
I
Herminius
missed.
is on the table.
Sorry, guys.
No,
I missed.
It's fine. We did it. Malachi, we did it.
We're done.
Guys, I missed that one.
I grab you and I pull you away from the Dark Young and I slap you. Malachi.
I throw some alcohol at his face.
Oh wait,
We
what?
did
What kind of alcohol?
Whatever. I grab the satchel of his booze.
Wait a second. We have 200 gallons of wine with us.
No, we didn't.
All of a sudden,
We
things are
didn't
much
bring
better.
that, but you had your little thing. Remember you
Okay,
said you
fair
were
enough.
drinking from it? Yep. So I took some out and I splashed them with alcohol.
Thank you.
You're
I feel much
welcome.
better now. How's the? Are we still fighting this thing though? What's happening?
No, it's dead. It's dead.
We're done.
We've done it.
Are we sure?
You are twice successful.
You are so successful that we cannot be any more successful.
We
Can I take a trophy?
Well, no, because it's completely burned up and bashed to splinters because you've hit it like 73 times.
do we believe that this may be the only creature? I mean, obviously this
Nothing else has come out of the swamp.
Where are those frog guys?
Does
None of
this
them have showed up.
explain? Does this explain the scenario? I mean, what's been happening?
Well, the statue remains as well as the table. She said that the table was thirsty. So if
We should destroy it.
yes, and the water comes from the dolmen. If there was some way to knock it over, if this was the only
Daisy,
if this was the only creature in the woods, it would now be safe for the engineers to come. We can mark this on the map.
Well, there's still the frog things out there, so no, it would not be safe.
do we need to
Herminius
destroy
is now
the dolmen?
laying down on the table with his arms out.
The dolmen does seem to be the source of the water.
Just
So we technically fed the table blood, right?
No,
We killed it. The thing. That doesn't count.
no.
The black blood. What about the black ooze?
Yeah, let's
We
scoop some
smear
of that
some
up.
of that up on.
Water starts to come down faster.
It just asked for blood, right?
No, it said one of you would have to die. It didn't say
That was thirsty.
kill my beloved child and I'll let you live. No, that's not the way these things go.
I don't have anything like engineering or anything like that. how so inspecting the dolmen itself,
Mm-hmm.
does it look like it can be? Is it like on top of the ground? Does it look like it's sunk into the ground? Does it look like
Well, the
perhaps
ground
we
is
could-
very moist and muddy under it, of course. So I mean, it would take some effort, some combined effort, and a plan. But if you had rope and maybe a shovel, there are things you could. It doesn't look like it's been well maintained in the last few hundred years.
Right. I'm just
I have
wondering if
rope.
it's something that we can do now, right? Like we do have rope. They did give us a bunch of supplies before we set out. I don't know. Lanterns, sex, rope, knives, a pot, coal. Doesn't say anything about a shovel.
That I didn't have with me.
And I don't. We wouldn't have thought to bring something like that. I'm just wondering if, like, even with the Sayaxes and stuff, if we would be able to excavate enough of it with the at
Well,
least.
like I said, the ground's muddy. You can excavate a hole with your hands.
Yeah. And then try to
I'm starting to
pull
dig.
it over.
Okay.
Yeah. Try to
You
pull
start
it
to
over.
dig. You kind of get to an area of the dolmen where you're starting to get to the bottom of it, and it starts to sag to one end.
Oh,
So
So
we
Digging
you're
hard.
realizing it's
Digging hard.
really
Well-
you just by digging and pushing, you could probably knock it down in a couple of hours.
okay. Then we would do that. But as opposed to pushing when it starts to sag, we throw the rope around it
Yeah.
and see if we can pull. Like we don't want falling over on somebody.
Right, that's the safer way to do it. Once you pull it down, it stops leaking water, and the mist that surrounds the area starts to rise,
Whoa.
Oh.
starts to dissipate. I mean,
Dissipate. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
so it seems whatever magic defended this place is now gone.
Is
Wow.
Herminius still on the table? Like I assume you're like, hey,
Well, yeah,
Herminius,
that's
help
because he's
us.
fucking crazy. It's not,
All right.
I just
Can
did a 21 out of 83 spot hidden just in case there's anything we should be
Nope, there's nothing.
aware of.
Now it's just a swamp that can be drained.
no, I don't think I have psychology. Is there anything we can do for Herminius?
I try first aid.
No, you're just going to need to leave. None of them, you're going to need to take him to like a temple or, some of
Yeah.
the sand recovering thing.
A brothel. Something.
He's, indefinitely insane. He's lost more than 20%, I think.
For sure. I think we all have.
Right.
We can-
I went from
lost-
86
I
to 75.
I give him some from my wineskin.
I have lost 14 sand so far.
Holy moly.
So I think like you're probably like mostly mute, right? Sort of catatonic. So we just
It's kind of mumblish.
We guide him. We take him
yeah.
by the hand as we
Lead him.
as we leave and
yeah.
trudge through the bog.
Okay. It takes better part of a day, but you are not molested as you leave the bog and you get back to the village where the soldiers are waiting. They see you guys coming and you're like, bloodied and completely covered with mud and your skin's all rashed out from biting flies. And you all have that hollow-eyed 1,000-yard stare. And they ask, is the deed done? Did you find the source of did you find the spring that feeds the bog?
We
There is
did.
no one.
Were you able to plug it to stop it?
Yes.
All right, so they clean you up, send you to the medics, let you sleep, and they said, after you've had a good rest, we'll talk about your reward and we'll call someone. So we're gonna say that the next few weeks are a blur.
No kidding.
And then when you finally, like Herminius, when you finally come back to lucidity, you're in Londinium.
Nice.
I go back to Torrens with some pastries over those few weeks.
Right.
I'm going to actually just take Herminius to my favorite spa in
Right.
Londinium.
So
That'll help
we're
him.
going to
That'll
basically
help
say it takes you 3 months to recover
Holy
from the
crackers.
ordeals of the swamp, to find your way back to health and sanity.
I don't think any of us are all that healthy, right? I mean, I lost a lot of sand too.
Right,
Mm.
right. So we'll before we start, I'll email or we'll role play the whole recovery. But yeah, this was a lot on the team.
I can't believe we lived through it, frankly.
Yeah.
Well, I knew the secret because I've run Dark Young in like Dark Ages before.
Yeah.
So they are almost impossible to kill if you have guns. But if you have melee weapons, they're not really that tough. They're absolutely horrifying, but they are beatable with melee weapons. It's everybody shoots them and they do no damage. It does minimal possible damage. Like every rifle is going to do 2 points, or 3 points, but that doesn't count if it's something like an axe or a sword or a club. So, like, I knew you guys had a fighting chance. I just didn't want you guys to know that you had a fighting chance. It's scarier this way.
Right. I was shocked. I was shocked when you said that.
Well, I at least knew they could die. I was figuring I was going to die trying to stop them. Stop it from killing
could
you
have.
folks.
If I had not rolled and honestly rolled a 90-something and an 80-something,
Yeah, what kind of damage does it? What kind of damage? Does
let's
it do
just say it would have been a very interesting dodge roll.
So what would have happened if we touched the stone?
You did touch the stone.
Herminius.
Herminius did.
Yeah.
That's why I got turned into the deer-headed lady.
Okay.
Right. It's just basically so she can possess one of you to speak through your body for a moment.
So there's no mercy in that.
Well, yeah, she would have just killed one of you. That's the mercy. I'll only kill one of you. If you sacrifice sacrifice one of your number on the stone.
That's a sexy avatar of Shub-Niggurath.
Yeah, she was at the party, and
I mean, I don't mean to imply that Shub-Niggurath isn't sexy.
She was at the ball at Necronomicon.
Oh yeah, she was.
There was actually a girl in a tight dress with the freaking skull mask.
Well, that was basically the Red Death at the end that came in.
Right.
Was
I'm like,
that
I'm
exact image.
I'm gonna use that as an avatar of Shub-Niggurath in sometime.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys were at the end of the ball, but yeah, that was the Red Death came in. It was this huge 12-foot tall creature with a big deer skull head.
I might have been
like red robes.
I think I stayed to almost the end, but I was pretty drunk by then, so God knows. I mean, I could have died there and I would have not known.
That was the Red Death that came in, and it was terrifying to see.
All right, so play us out.
All right.
Keyboard cat.
Everybody. I want to thank everybody for checking it out. We don't have anything, but there's a Patreon. So if you want to throw some sesterce our way, that'd be fantastic. There are awesome and cool products over at Golden Goblin Press. There's a link in the show notes for that. There's also a tip jar over there. You want to just throw random sesterces over at Golden Goblin. That's fantastic as well. If you didn't go this year, in 2024, we're going to have Necronomicon again. So you can go and hopefully we'll see you there for that. Cthulhu version 2.0 is, we have our cat playing us out. Our Cthulhu is available.
Oh my God.
New version of that is available. There's a link in the show notes for that as well. Print version hopefully coming soon if I finish what I need to do for that. So Jesse will finish the layout for that, but that's fine.
I'm holding him hostage.
And that's it, I guess. Check out the links. Thanks for watching. Leave reviews or ratings or whatever on the stuff. You guys get it. We'll talk to you later.
Peace.